in Java, there are two typecasting. I don't know whether you can see my screen. Yes. In Java, there are two typecasting. That is where we have widening casting into bracket automatically. Now, this one converts a smaller type to a larger type size. Sorry for that. This one converts a smaller type to a larger type size. For example, the smaller types, data type, we have something like byte, we have short, we have character, integer, long, float, and double. Now, narrow casting, manual, converting a larger type into a smaller data type. And here, the wider data type, we have maybe double, float, long, int. It can be either way. Now, widening casting. Widening casting is done automatically when passing a smaller size to a larger size type. Widening casting is done automatically when passing a smaller size type to a larger size type. Now, look here. We have an example where we are going to do widening casting. You start your public class. You give a class name. Remember, we said our class must start with a capital letter. Then you declare your main public static void main string of arguments. You declare your variables. We have a variable called my int of type integer, and we have assigned it a value 9. Then we have another variable called my double of type double, and here now is when we do automatic casting into double. You find into automatic casting int into double. Now you find int my int is equals to 9, double my double is equals to int. Now system.out.println, one we have my int, system.out.println my double. Now if you look here, a double is a number that has a decimal point. Initially, the value that we have assigned to my int is 9, which is of type integer. If you run this statement, this will output 9. Remember, this is a comment in Java. This will output 9. But remember, we have converted an integer into double. This is what we are saying, automatic casting. We have converted an integer, which is here, into double. What will be the output? The output will be 9.0. Remember, double are numbers that has a decimal point. Now, are we together? This is what I'm saying. You declare your class, you declare your number variable, then you declare the type of data that you want to convert to. We say double my double is equals to int. Then we do automatic casting into double. So the output will be for the first one, for the first statement, this one will be 9, and for the second statement will be 9.0. So when you talk about typecasting, it's converting one data type into another type. Then we have narrow casting. Now, narrow casting must be done manually by pressing the type into parentheses in front of the value. You find widening casting. If you look at the difference, widening casting is done automatically. You just come, you declare the data type, my double, then is equals to my int, what you want to change. Now, when you come to narrow casting, this one is done manually by pressing the type in parentheses in front of the value. Look, we have public class, my class. We have public static void, that's our main. Then we have declared a value of type double into, we have assigned it a double value, which is 9.78. Then we declare what we want to, remember here we want to change a double into an int. Previously, we were changing an int into a double. But when you are doing narrow casting, you press the type inside the parentheses. What do? You say int, my int, you declare is equals parentheses, int, my double. So here we are doing manual casting. Now, when you run the first output, system.out.println my double, it will give you the value of the first value. And when you run the other one, it will give you 9 because it has been converted now into an integer. Now, class, any question on type casting, the widening casting and narrow casting? I can have some reactions. Any question, maybe you can post on the chat, or you can ask. Then if you have understood, you just type yes so that we can continue. You won't talk to me. I am asking, have you understood about narrow casting and widening casting? If you want me to clarify, yes, good. Yes, good. Yeah, we can continue. I don't know, I remember, maybe let me just highlight operators. Remember we said in Java, operators are used to perform operations on variables. In the example below, for example, we can use the plus sign, the additional sign operator to add together two values. And here we have a variable where we say, example, we have int x is equals 10 plus 50. Who can tell us what will be the answer here? When we run this example, what will be the answer? Let me ask one of you, what will be the answer when you run this example? Matthew, what will be the answer if you run this example? Int x is equals 100 plus 50. What is the value of x? Yes, Romana? Yeah, it will be 150 because the addition operator is adding these two variables, 150. This is what will be assigned to x. Good. You're being told, although the additional operator is often used to add together two values, like in the above, it can also be used to add together variables and a value or a variable or another. For example, if you look here, let me connect my charger. A minute. Thank you. We are being told it can also be used to add together a variable or a value or a variable and another variable. Example we have here. For example, here we have int sum1 is equals 100 plus 50. And the answer will be 150. Now, you find here it's where we are adding a variable. We are saying you can use to add together two values, what we have done. This is for adding two values. These are two values. Then you can add a variable and a value, which we have here. You find we have a value, which is 250, and a variable. So you find whatever we had gotten here for sum1, it was 150. So here we are going to add 150 plus 250, which is 400. Then you can add two variables. You can add this and you can add this. Now, and the total will be 800 because we have gotten 400 plus 400 because we have sum 2 is equals to 400, and here sum 3 we are saying is equals to sum 2 plus sum 2. So when you run this, it should be give you, remember now what we have said, you can use additional operator to add two values, to add a variable and a value, and to add two variables, Now, Java divides arithmetic operators into foreign groups. Now, we have arithmetic operators, you see them, assignment operators, comparison, logical operators, and bitwise operators. I know this one you have done them. I'll highlight them very fast. Now, we have addition. Addition adds together two values. Subtraction subtracts one value from another. That one you know. Multiplication is this. Multiplies a value with another. Division divides one value by another. Modulus, this one you need to be very careful because we shall use it most of the times. Modulus, what is the purpose of a modular? It returns the remainder. The remainder, for example, if you say 2 divided by 2 or 3 divided by 2, it will be 1 remainder. 1 remainder 1. So you take that remainder, which is 1, which is 1. It's very important. And especially when we are writing most of the programs, we use the modulus operator. Then we have the increment operator. Now, what the increment operator does, it increases the value of a variable by 1. For example, when we say plus x, it will increase the value of x by 1. Decrement, when we say minus x, it decreases the value of variable by 1. Now, you will find often we have something we call post-increment and pre-increment operator, and we have post-decrement and pre-decrement operator. Now, I'll throw this question to you. I'll come to one of you. Now, who can tell us, who can type for us the symbols for post-increment and pre-decrement operator? Post-increment and pre-decrement operator. One of you can type, then the other one can type post-decrement and pre-decrement operator. Use a variable number, then you assign a value. I'm waiting for one of you before I mention names. Post-increment and pre-decrement operator. Yes, I can see Karine is typing. Yes, I'm waiting. Another student should be typing, another one. Very good. Now, this one, what Karin has written, this one is a pre-decrement. Pre-decrement. For example, we want to write a post-decrement. It will be x, then I put plus. These two symbols, they mean the same. It's only that we have pressed the decrement after, and then we have pressed the decrement before. But they increase the value of variable by 1. I need another student to write for us post decrement and pre-decrement quickly. Now at least you have an idea. Post and pre-decrement. Quickly so that we can move together. Who else is going to type for us the post decrement and pre-decrement operator? No one. Class representative, can you type for us? Mona, can you type for us the symbol for pre? Or maybe I can type it. For example, we say yes, good. Yes, very good. That is pre-decrement, and maybe you can write that is. Yes, Derek, continue typing. Yes, those are the two symbols. Let's continue. I wanted you to know that. Very good. Very good. Now, We have assignment operator, which is very important. Now, assignment operators are used to assign values to variables. In the example below, we use the assignment operator. This one is equals to assign the value 10 to a variable x. This one has been repeated to you so many times. You say int x is equals to 10. So what would be the value of x? One of you can unmute the microphone and talk. What would be the value of x? Why are you not talking? One of you unmute the microphone and talk. Now, let me, are you seeing what I have highlighted? I want you to tell someone to tell us what is int, what is x, what is this symbol, and what is 10. Let me see. Let me pick one of you. Henry, can you hear me? Unmute your microphone. Henry?
Yes.
Now, I want you to look at what I'm doing here. Can you see this line that I'm highlighting here?
Not really. The screen is stuck.
Why is it stuck? Now, can you see? Can you see what I'm moving? Is it moving? Can you see from your end? I can see. Can you see from your end what I'm highlighting here?
No.
No, someone else maybe. Let me see. You should be able to see. What I'm doing here. This is where I am now. Who have not talked? Irungu, Matthew. Derek, can you see what I've highlighted here? Unmute your microphone, talk. I said you unmute your microphone and talk. You don't have a mic? How sure am I? Who else? Who have not answered? Matthew, can you see what I'm displaying here? Sasa msipoongea tutasoma aje? I think Henry, it's on your side because the rest are seeing.
Oh.
Yeah, the rest are seeing. I think you need to check from your end what is happening. Is it okay? Because as far as I'm concerned, I can see from my screen and I can see from your screen whatever I'm highlighting is seen. You need to check your side. Ruth, I want you to explain for us this statement. What is int? What is x? What is equals? And what is 10? And mute your microphone and tell us.
Int is the integer. The is equal sign is an assignment operator. The equal sign.
Very good. So before you unmute, int is the data type. X is the variable. Is equals is the assignment operator. And 10 is the value that you have assigned to variable x. Are we together?
Yes.
Yeah, good. So my main aim was for you to understand the assignment operator. Assignment operator. Now, and it is denoted by is equal sign. Now, the additional assignment operator, you can see we have an operator here with an addition sign. We have plus is equals. Adds a value to another variable. For example, if you look here, we have int x is equals 10. What do we mean when we say x plus 5? X plus is equals 5. In other words, what do we say? Who can interpret for us this? X plus is equals 5. Now, I want you class to do this. Let me post this. This is what I've posted here. Everyone should respond there, and I'm waiting for your answer. We have int x is equals 10, x plus is equals 5. I want you to solve for me part B. In other words, what will be the result? What will be the value of x? All of you, I want to see you typing.
15.
Yeah? Yes, Henry, good. It will be 15 because if you interpret this, very good, very good, very good. If you interpret this, we have, yeah, this, Rumona has done it where x is equals x plus 5. In other word, we call it the shorthand operator. Very good. Can see we are moving together. Now, here, we have a list of operators. We have the assignment operator. We have this one. 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 Good. Now, this is a very, very good example. Now, x is equals to 5 is same as x is equals to 5. X plus is equals to 3 is the same as x plus 3. X is equals to x plus 3. X minus is equals to 3 is the same as x is equals to x minus 3. X multiply is equals to 3 is the same as x times 3. All these are the same. If you look at them, they are the same. Good. Then we have comparison operators. They are used to compare two values. And you note them, they are very important. We have equal to, we have not equal to, we have greater than, we have less than, we have greater than or equal to, we have less than or equal to. Now, example, we say x is equals to x. That means the value of x is the same as the value of y. X not equals to y, the value of x is not the same as y. X is greater than y, the value of x is bigger than. X is less than y, the value of x is less than y. Greater than or equal to. Now, the value of x, actually it's greater than y, but now, for example, you are given a range of values. If you say, x is greater than or equals to 80, what will be the starting value? Maybe I can put it here. Let me type here in the public chat. X is greater than 80. That is it. And x is greater than or equals to 80. When you run these two examples, for example, the first one, x is greater than 80. When you start counting, which will be the first value to be considered? Yes, Henry? No, you can talk. You can talk. It's not a must you type.
X will be 8. The first value will be 8.
For the first one, x is greater than 80. The first value will be?
It will be 8.
No, you see, the first one, we say x is greater than 80. The first value will be 81 because already x is greater than 80. Is it okay?
Yeah.
But when we say x is greater than or equal to 80, that means the first value will be 80. Is it okay? Are we together, class? When we say greater than, the first value will be, for example, the first one will be 81 and the other one will be 80. Is it okay, Henry?
Yes.
Yes, good. Let's continue. Very good. Then we have logical operators. Now, this one you need to note this. Logical operators are used to determine the logic between variables. We have operator here. This one is called logical AND. This one is called logical OR, and this one is called logical NOT. Now, what does logical AND do? You need to note this. Returns true if both statements are true. If we say x is less than 5 and x is less than 10, if both values are true, or if both statements are true, of course, it will give you an answer, a result. Returns true if both statements are true. We have logical or. Either is true. Returns true if one of the statement is true. Then not. It's the reverse. Returns false if the result is true. Who can give us maybe a scenario where you can use logical or? A real life example scenario where you can use logical or.
You can use the logical operators. Maybe if you are examining the weather. Let's say maybe you want to maybe go outside, but the clouds are a bit heavy and you want to maybe carry an umbrella, so you can use the logical operators.
Very true, very true. So logical operators, you can use them maybe to do a comparison when you want to choose something. If you want to choose, I want to buy a banana, and for me to buy this banana, it must be yellow and ripe. It must be yellow and ripe. You find if the banana is yellow and again it's ripe, we buy it. And that we use the logical and. It must meet those two conditions. It must be yellow and it must be ripe. It returns true. Now, again, you find if the banana is yellow and it is ripe, either it can be green, but at least it has one property of ripe. It can be green and it has one property of ripe. So still that one will return true because one of the condition is true. But you find now here the logical not, it reverses. If the banana is ripe and it is yellow, it meets the condition. But the logical not reverse, returns to false. Have you understood about logical operators? Good. Now, let me ask one of the students, what operator are we going to put here? Maybe Henry, you can talk because you're the one who is responding. What operator do we put here? We want to multiply 10 with 5, and the result is system.out.println 10-5. What operator are we going to put here?
The multiplication operator.
The multiplication operator, that one. Is it okay? So if we run that one, our answer should be true. Good. Any question on operators? We shall use them more when we are writing programs. Any question on operators? Okay, let's look at strings. Java string. Who can tell us what is a string? What is a string? What is a string? Quickly, I want us to start control structures because we are really lagging behind. We are really lagging behind and we need to complete this. What is a string? Yes, Henry again. What is a string? Yes, I can see many are typing. Very true. Type. Yeah, I can see multiple users are typing. Very good. No, a string does not store a line of statements. No, does not store lines of statements. And how maybe as you type, one of you can tell us how do we declare a string? How do we declare a string in Java? Yeah, very good. What Derek said, a string, very good, all of you, very good. Actually, Jerry has said it all. It's a sequence of characters surrounded by double quotes. Good. Let's look at strings in Java. Now, strings are used to store for storing text. A string variable contains a collection of characters surrounded by double quotes. Example, remember string itself is a data type. So we say string, this is the data type, then this is the variable, this is the assignment operator, and this is the value hello. If you run this program, you will find it will display hello. Then we have string length. I believe that one is clear. A string in Java is actually an object which contains methods that can perform certain operations on string. For example, the length of the string can be found using the length method. We have this method here. This one you note it very well. The length method can be used to find the length of the string. Now, example, we have declared a variable called txt of type string, and we have given it many values here. Now, we have given it the value of a string, which is big. Now, we want to determine the value of this string. What do? System.output.println into bracket. The length of the text string is, that's a statement that will be printed, but this is what determines, plus. Now, this one, remember when you put a plus here, it's something that we call concatenation. Concatenation is joining a string, maybe in a number, or joining two strings. So when you find a symbol between a string and a number, you are concatenating, you're trying to join. For example, when we run this example, the output will be the length of the string is, then txt.length. Remember here, we declared this txt, and we say txt is equals to this value. So txt.length, then in parentheses, then you cross the opening bracket and close. So when we run this example, it should give us the size of this string. So let me run. Or who can tell us what will be the size of this string? Who can tell us? One of you, and I'm going to give you an example to try right now. Who can tell us? Yes, Henry again. Very good, 26. Very good. So when you run this, should be 26. Now, question. Note this question. We are doing it here and we discuss together. Question. Now, this is what I'm going to do. Declare a variable. Write it in your books. Then I want to do it. Are you listening? Declare a variable called name of type string and assign your name. Declare a variable called name of type string and assign it your name. Declare a variable called name of type string and assign it your name. That's what I'm saying. Then you display the length of that variable that you have input. So I want to see that code of program segment. A segment. Quickly, I want to see you typing. Then I'll tell you who has gotten, who has failed. Type. Variable called name of type string and assign it your name. Then you output the length of that variable. I'm waiting. I want to see many of you typing. It's a two-statement trying quickly so that we move to other things. We have a lot to cover today. Excuse me. Be careful, Henry. I can see the answer that you have given. Yes, it's correct, but it has an error. Remember, you are writing two lines together. You are declaring a variable of code name of type string. Then you assign it. You determine the length. You determine the length. The length. Determine the length. No, whatever you have declared, Ruth, is wrong. Why is it wrong? No, I don't know how many of you are making a mistake. I don't know how many of you are making a mistake, but I want to follow which is the best answer. I'm waiting. Yes, Karin has gotten it right. Very well. Gotten it right. Very well. Yes, Matthew has gotten it right. Very well. Very well. Yes, I can see. So yes, whatever Derek is doing is right. Very good. I'm encouraged by what you are doing. You are doing very well. You are doing very well. Yes, I can see many of you have gotten it right. That is what we wanted. It's what we wanted. Because if you look, maybe you can use this example of Matthew. You declare a variable called name of type string, then you assign it. Then you add with a semicolon. Remember, if you look what I'm highlighting here, this is a string, this is a variable, and this is the data type. Then you come and output the rank of name. So when Matthew runs this output, the answer will be, if you look at his name, 4, 5, 6, 7, the output will be 7. Are we together? Yes. Yes, Romana, what you have written is also good. Very good, Derek. Yeah, you guys have done me proud. Good. Good. We can continue. We can continue. Very good. Then more string method, you can find, there are many string methods available. For example, you can convert from a string to uppercase and to lowercase. For example, we have here string txt is equals hello world. Now, when we say system.out.println, then we put a command txt dot to uppercase, put a parenthesis. So the output will be in uppercase. Maybe we say system.out.println txt to lowercase. The output will be lowercase. Now, still another trial. What I want you to do, I want you to the same program that you had written. Now you write a line of code that will convert your name which you had written either from uppercase and lowercase. That's what I want you to do right now. The same piece of code, you write a code that will convert it from lowercase to uppercase, or from uppercase to lowercase. Then we shall look at finding a character. Then we do string concatenation, which is very important. Then you should be able to run something. Quickly, I'm waiting. Very quickly. Yeah, I can see. Very quickly. Yes, very good. I can see name to uppercase, name to lowercase. Yeah, yes. Very good. Let's continue. I want us to finish. something here. Good. Now that's how you can convert a string from uppercase to lowercase. Now you can find a character in a string and you use the method index of. Index of. Now this method returns the index. Okay, this is a position of the first occurrence of a specified text in a string, including white space. Remember what we said, a white space is this space between a variable and a data type. This is a white space. Now if you look here, we have string txt is equals to please rotate where rotate occurs. That's the statement. Then you output, you say txt index of rotate. So the output will be 7, including the white space. So let us count. It occurs the word rotate. This is the word that we are trying to rotate. You find it occurs in position 7. Occurs in position 7. And you see Java counts position from 0. So 0 is the first position in a string, 1 is the second, 2, and the third. Then this is the most important thing that I want us to concentrate on. String concatenation. String concatenation. Now, the addition operator can be used between two strings to combine them. The addition operator can be used between two strings to combine them, and this is called concatenation. This is called concatenation. Now, what is concatenation? You find we have declared a first variable called string first name is equals to John, string last name is equals to Doe, and you want to output them together as one. So what you do, you say system.out.println first name plus, what is the purpose of this space, plus last name. So when you run this output, the output will be John Doe. John Doe. Now, what I want you to do, I want you to write a program that will concatenate your names, your two names. Write a program that will concatenate your two names. Now, a program that you concatenate your two names. Yes, I can see. Very good, very good, very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah, I can see, yeah. Yes, all of you have gotten it right. Gotten it right. See, one of you is typing good. Now, that's what is expected. So when you are told to concatenate, that is what you do. Let us continue. Now, special characters. Because strings must be written with quotes, Java will misunderstand these strings and generate an error. For example, you have string txt is equals, we are so-called Vikings from the north. Now, the solution to avoid this problem is to use a backslash escape character, and the backslash escape character turns special characters into strings. Here we have a escape character with a single quote, with a double quote, with 2/, then the result. Now this is a single quote, double quote, and backslash. Let's see how you can insert it. Now you find if you insert the escape character with double quotes, you find it will not generate an error. That is why we are told when you are using special characters, because Java will generate an error. Because if you see the weights here up, it is declared as a string. But in this statement, it is not a string. You see, it is a special character inside a string. So what we do, you encross it using the backslash character. This is what you do, slash quotation, the word slash quotation. Then when you run, it will not give you an error. For example, here you can use the sequence, insert a single quote into a string. If you use it is, you put a slash here, then it will insert this quotation. Maybe you want to write 8 with a quotation. You use the sequence with a single quote. Now, if you use the sequence, these are the double 2 quotes, it inserts a backslash in a string. This is how you can use it. These examples, you try to run them at home. It will give you the output. The good thing with W3 School or Worldwide Consortium of Programmers, you are able to use it at home. You try all this, and you see them. Adding numbers. Now, you're being told warning. Java uses the addition operator for both addition and concatenation. Numbers are added, strings are concatenated. Note here, numbers are added, strings are concatenated. Note that. Now, if you add 2 numbers, the result will be a number. Here's what will happen. The result will be, if you add string, the result will be string concatenation. Actually, you see, if you look here, we have said string 10 is equals, string x is equals a quotation 10, a double quote 20. So these are string. It is a number, yes, but because we have enclosed it with double quotes, it becomes a string. That is why we are being told if you add a number and a string, the result will be concatenation true. Now, I want someone to fill for us the missing part. Who will fill for us this so that we can continue? I want to unmute your microphone. One, to fill for us the missing part of this exercise. Quickly, one of you, we look at Java maths so that now we start looking at the control structures. Next time we look at if, else, switch, while, for, do, so that I can engage you now in some tasks and discussions. Anyone who would fill for us the missing parts? Are we together? Yes, I can see. Very good. Very string greetings is equals hello. Very good. Very good. 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 Yeah, and that is it about strings. Let's look at maths. Then I should engage you with something else. Now, Java Mathematics class has many methods that allow you to perform mathematical tasks on numbers. Now, we use this method, the math dot. For example, when we say math.max xy, this method will be used to find the highest value between x and y. So if you run this example, what would be the answer? Math.max 5, 10. What would be the answer? Yes, Ruth? Math.max is equals 10. What would be the answer? Yes, Derek? Yeah, I can see answers there. Very good. The maximum will be 10. Let's continue because this is easy. Minimum, the same thing we say math.min, the minimum will be 5. Square root, you want to find the square root of a number, you say math.sqrtx. So it will return the root of x. What is the square root of 64? If you run this example, should give you the square root. Then which other function can you use? Absolute value, you just say math.abs is equals into bracket negative 4.7. Random numbers, you say math.random. I want you to try this. Now, who can fill for us this exercise? Use the correct method to find the highest value of x and y. We have int x is equals 5, int y is equals 10. Math.dash into brackets, into parentheses, xy. Type. What is the missing value here? Yeah, very good. Max, very good, very good. Now let me take your attendance. Then next Wednesday we need we shall do other things now, but I need to take your attendance. But we need to look at if, switch, while, for. We complete next Wednesday. By end of June, we should be able to complete control structures. Then we look at methods, we look at classes, so that now we can start doing some graphical user interface, how to create input forms using Java, so that when you're working on your project, you can use Java to create systems. Now, let me take your attendance. Then again, I will post a discussion in our topic 5, and I'll post these notes in our topic 5. I'll post a quiz which must be done before the lesson ends. Let me take your attendance kindly. If you are present, just say present. If your neighbor was present and left, just say present for the purpose of I'm calling out your names. Nzioka, Alexa. Absent, I guess. Ondu Austin. Kenya Beatrice. Derek. Can you talk? Say whether you are present or absent, Derek. Ngira. Chukul. Matthew. Ngugi. John. Samuel. Pakungu. Karin.
Present.
Henry Ochieng. Ibrahim. Bernard. Amudaka. Mbati.
Present.
Irungu. Good. Mutambaki. Musambi Soy. Royal. Rasri. And Adan Ibrahim Zain. Good. Now, class, I want to post a discussion on our topic 5. But before I post, I want this discussion we engage each other. Then I'll post a quiz and I'll post those notes. So in the meantime, what I expect you to do is to do the quiz and the discussion. I'll start with the discussion. We discuss together. Then we should be able to meet again before the lesson ends and see what you have done for the quiz and assignment and discussion. Any question? Yes, I have called your name, Henry. I've ticked present. Are we together, class? I want to post a discussion question. We do discussion, then we do quizzes. Yeah, and this video is recorded, so those who didn't attend will have a chance to check on it. Are we together? Say yes if you are together. Yeah, make sure you engage in the discussion. Very important discussion, and the quiz, very important. Yeah, we shall meet again. Let's go to the portal and do something. Again, I've marked your, no, I was not teaching you a semester. Not teaching you a semester. So, yeah, let us go to the
You are currently the only person in this conference.